Hi, good day, I'm Sandeep and you're watching the Indian Weekender. Today, we are here at a boxing gym to tell you an exceptional story of a very inspirational Kiwi-Indian Sikh young boxer who is making a lot of noise within the boxing circuit of New Zealand. Haransh Singh is an emerging Kiwi-Indian Sikh boxer who has been training for last 4 odd years in this particular gym here at the Rebels gym, and recently he has won the Golden Glove tournament in Taupo, which is considered one of the biggest amateur boxing tournament. So we will go and speak to Haransh and get to know about his exceptional journey. सत श्री अकाल, कैसे हैं आप?
मैं ठीक हूँ, आप कैसे हैं?
मैं बहुत बढ़िया हूँ. Haransh, सबसे पहले आपको बहुत बहुत बधाई हो for winning this Golden Glove championship.
Yeah.
So how does it feel to you?
It feels really good. बहुत अच्छा लगता है. And when you do something that's good for your community, you know, people watching, even in India, like all my grandparents and my family, they feel really proud, and it's good that, you know, we get that kind of support from the gym and my family outside.
Sure. Yeah. So from what we know that you have started boxing just around 4 or 5 years ago after arriving in New Zealand, is that right?
Yeah, that's true. So I started in 2018. So I used to do athletics before I started boxing. So there's just a athletics track around the corner, and I saw the gym, and I thought with my dad, I thought just visit, let's see how it might be. Kind of mixed reactions. Maybe I should do it now. But once I got into it, I was really excited that okay, now I just want to do this now. I knew straight away that
this is what you want to do.
Yeah, this is
right. And I think your coach was saying that you were very clear from very beginning that you wanted to win some kind of competition or grow, or make it a career. Is that right?
Yeah, that's true. That's because from starting I've been involved in lots of sports. In India I used to play cricket with my friends and then athletics. So, but you know, I never really got that chance to go up to the higher level. But I thought that I just want to try in this sport. And you know, thanks to my coaches, I was able to do that. And yeah, it's good now.
It is definitely good. And so you won your first amateur boxing competition here in New Zealand in 2020, is that right?
Yeah, that's true, yes.
And the recent one, the Golden Glove Championship that happened in Taupo last weekend, that is your second major victory in a tournament, right?
Yeah, that's true, yes.
So आगे का क्या प्लान है आपका हरांश? आगे आप किस चीज़ की तैयारी कर रहे हैं? क्या आपका इमीडिएट गोल है?
At the moment, October में nationals हैं, and we are focusing for that. So we got a boost from the Golden Glove win, and we're looking for nationals October 2022.
Right. तो थोड़ा सा हमें अपने ट्रेनिंग रेजिमेंट के बारे में बताइए. आप कितनी मेहनत करते हैं और दिन में कितने घंटे आप बॉक्सिंग के लिए देते हैं?
So I train 6 times a week. So Monday to Thursday, and then Saturday and Sunday. So you know, outside the gym, I go for runs. Sometimes just go for a swim, get that kind of intensity and training in. But in the gym, you know, sparring and shadow boxing, skipping, and bag workout on the bags. Yeah, and just do all of it, you know, so that we get different kinds of muscles worked out and stuff.
And when do you get to fight with your mates here and with your colleagues and practice the real boxing?
So we spar in this ring. We spar on Mondays, Thursdays and Saturdays. So yeah, it's good. We get some work in, high intensity sparring, you know. That's what helps us in the ring.
That's great. That's great. So now you're working for your next tournament that is coming up in October, right?
The big one, the nationals. We have a couple tournaments lined up as well. So let's see if we get matched for them.
So no, thank you very much, Haransh. All the best for your future, and I will not hold you up for long. I can see that you are a very busy young boy. So thanks for sharing your time. Thanks for sharing your journey. We wish you all the best.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a good one.
So as we heard from Haransh and his coach that Haransh has been learning boxing for just about 4 odd years. And most importantly, Haransh came to this country in 2017 as a very young lad, probably around 14 odd years. So this is a very inspirational story that what a new migrant, what a young kid can achieve. And this story will not be complete before we speak to Haransh family and get to know their drive, their motivation, their commitment to help Haransh excel in this career. So we are being joined by Jasjeet Singh ji. Jasjeet Singh ji is father of Haransh, and he is the inspiration. He is driving Haransh, and we are told his young brother as well. So Sat Sri Akal ji, Jasjeet ji, कैसे हैं आप?
सत श्री अकाल संदीप जी, थैंक यू फॉर हैविंग मी हियर टुडे। आई एम गुड, थैंक यू।
So आपको सबसे पहले बहुत बधाई। आपका बड़ा लड़का Haransh is doing so great in boxing, and from what we have learned just now, that you and his young brother is also getting ready in this gym, isn't it?
That's very true. Haransh just won the Golden Glove Championship, and he's set a right example for his younger brother. And his younger brother is also now a young boxer, amateur boxer, and is due for his fight in the coming weeks.
Surely. Now, Haransh deserved this wonderful reputation of being the first Kiwi-Indian Sikh boxer who is doing well within New Zealand's boxing circuit. So, well done to Haransh. Many congratulations to you. But we want to know your story, that how you as father inspired Haransh or maybe followed his dream and passion to bring him to this boxing ring.
Yeah, so when Haransh came here in 2017, Haransh missed and lost his friends back in India, and he was very attached to his grandparents. But he was also an active athlete and a cricket player back in India. So as he came here, at that point in time, I did not have enough time because I was trying to settle myself here in a different country. So I did not have enough time to accompany him for his training or for his cricket matches. And then I happened to meet coaches Lance Rebel and Jono here. And I spoke to Haransh, and we said, hey, why don't you go train there? I thought he might make some friends here, and and kind of channelize his energy, and he doesn't feel sad about missing his grandparents and missing his friends. And that's when the journey started. As he came here, he made friends, he really bonded well with his coaches, and then from there on, a few months down the line, Sikh boxers with his were allowed, Beard was allowed, the rules changed, and that kind of gave him a platform. And then he never looked back. He was extremely committed. He never misses his training, even for a single day. And the
तो आपके घर में जो हमारी बॉलीवुड की फेमस मूवी है दंगल, जिसमें जो स्टोरी दिखाते हैं उसमें फादर इज इम्पोजिंग एंड डॉटर्स दे आर ट्राइंग टू फाइंड वे, तो ऐसी कोई स्टोरी आपके घर में नहीं हुई?
नहीं जी, हमारे घर में दंगल तो हम सब लोग बहुत अच्छे से देखते हैं, बड़े मज़े से कई बार देख चुके हैं, लेकिन मैं हरंश की एस्पिरेशंस और उसके ड्रीम में सपोर्ट रोल ही प्ले करता रहा। जैसे जैसे ये आगे बढ़ता गया, मैं सिर्फ एक एनवायरनमेंट से और एक फैसिलिटीज़ प्रोवाइड करता गया, चाहे वो इसकी डाइट को लेके हैं, चाहे वो इसकी ट्रेनिंग को लेके हैं, चाहे जो भी ये चैलेंजेस फेस कर रहा था उसको, मेरी कोशिश थी कि मैं उन चैलेंजेस को इसकी ट्रेनिंग के आगे ना आने दूँ, क्योंकि जब आप नए आते हैं इस कंट्री में तो थोड़ा सा आपको वक्त लगता है सेटल होने में, तो मैं नहीं चाहता था कि वो सब इसकी ट्रेनिंग के रास्ते में आए, और बस मैंने वही रोल प्ले किया। बाकी हरंश की मेहनत है और सबकी blessings.
Definitely. No, I would just add that it is indeed a great work that you have done. This story is a very inspirational story for all our Kiwi-Indian migrants and wider ethnic migrants. The reason being that we migrants, we are probably living in that mindset that our initial struggles take a lot of sacrifices, and often the sacrifices come from our pursuing our child's career or their dreams. But I think you have set a very, very good example in front of community that how, despite being a new migrant in the country, you can still find time and energy to help build your child's career.
Yes, very true. If you have a dream and you work at it, it can be achieved. and this country has been very, very supportive to Haransh's success and our success over here. And I thank Indian Weekender, I thank his coaches, I thank his country and the entire community who have supported me and Haransh in this journey.
So, Lance, very good evening to you. How are you today?
Very good, thanks.
First of all, Lance, we just want to know all about from you about this gym. When actually you founded it, and what was the motivation, and what were the challenges in running this gym so far?
Well, the previous gym I had was on Mount Wellington, just below Marae, and the Maoris told me they wanted a hallback to train the youth, so I was left without a gym. So I was hunting around here and I found this building. I applied to council to rent the room, and I got it. So that started back in 2000.
2000. All right.
So I've been here 20 years now.
20 years now.
22 years, yeah.
22 years to be precise. So tell us more about what was the motivation to found this gym.
I just like training boxers, how to fight. You see a lot of boxing around the world and that, and some guys just haven't got any style, haven't got any. But I like to train the boys the way that I was taught, and base your fighting starts behind the jab, and everything comes off that. So it's been successful so far.
Right. And we have been told that your gym has been producing many good sports persons who have ended up playing for Auckland Boxing Association and for New Zealand as well.
Yes, they've won Auckland titles, New Zealand titles, Golden Glove titles, and the Golden Glove tournament in Taupo is the biggest in Australasia. So it's and we had two gold medals last weekend. I took two boys down and I took three boys down and brought back 3 gold medals. So
perfect. That's very good.
Yeah, very successful.
Very successful. Talking about this gym, what we also want to know that what kind of challenges you have come across over the years in getting the youths and sticking them to the regimen, the hard regimen that you follow over here, and how you build their character.
It's tough to ask me a question like that. It just comes naturally. I've just basically carried in the way I was taught, and you can always take out the negatives when I was taught, and just and include positive things. So, as I say, I'm not really strict on them, but I'm firm on how I want them to fight, and they fight behind the jab, and everything comes off that. So, it's been successful, and it'll always be successful.
Perfect. Now let's talk about one of your student, Haransh. Probably what we have learned.
First Indian.
Your first Indian, yes.
I've got a Maori, I've got a Tongan, I've got a Sikh Indian, and I've got who else I've got? Yeah, multicultural here, so we've got them all here.
Perfect. And Haransh being your first Kiwi-Indian and Sikh.
First Sikh Kiwi-Indian, yeah, for sure.
Perfect. And
it reminds me every time I train him. He reminds me that I'm the first champion. I've got to shut him up. It's hard to do.
Surely. Well, yeah, you have to be spot on so that he can keep focus is right.
He's got it all. He's got the gifts of the gab, and he's going to go a long way.
Right. Okay. Now let's talk about how long he has been learning with you in this gym.
I don't know. When? 2018. So he's been with us 4 years, and already he's all his achievements. When he come here, he couldn't fight.
Okay.
So he knew nothing about boxing. So we've changed this lad into a New Zealand champion, a Golden Glove champion.
And that was over the last weekend, right?
Yep.
So in just 4 years, you have transformed somebody who never had gloves and he never had any experience of
dead right, yeah, for sure, yeah.
into a world-class champion.
Yeah.
Hats off to you.
Thank you.
And keep up your good work. And thanks for having us here. We will be speaking to your assistant coach as well and get to know. But before I let you go,
So you'll get me back here when Red One becomes a champion. He's a second.
yes, I've been told that another one
He's got prospects too. He's only got a long way there, boy.
Okay, no. What we believe is that probably these two boys are, along with others who are really doing great. They are in a very safe pair of hands, and keep up your good work. And yeah, thanks for letting us in and being part of your training regimen. Thank you. So now we are joined by Jono. Jono is assistant coach here in Revels Gym. Hi, Jono. How are you today?
Oh, I'm very good, thanks. Thanks for coming along.
Yeah, sure. Our pleasure. We are also very excited to see this hard training regime. So, Jono, how long you've been being part of the gym?
Oh, I've been with Lance for 11, nearly 12 years. Yeah.
Pretty long time. And tell us your experience in being part of this boxing gym and what does it involve on a day-to-day basis?
So I came here originally to get back into my fitness. I used to box years ago, and from there developed into probationary coach. Lance wanted me on board to help out, and then from there I've got my coach's licenses, and I've assistant coach now to Lance. So we're normally down here 4 to 5 days a week, and that consists of getting them all ready, getting them fit, and then going through the scheduled program for the night.
So when you say that you are here for 4 to 5 days in a week, so how many hours you and boys are putting here in the gym?
It's roughly around 2 hours a night for structured training. If the boys want to do their running, they normally do that outside the gym hours in their own time to maintain their fitness level, because you need a high amount of fitness for this. Saturdays normally consists of, again, training, sparring, as which they get inside this ring here and practice what they've been learning, or we're at tournaments, and we travel all over the country to try and get the boys and girls competition.
Sure. So talking about that structured training which you advise them outside of gym hours, so do you provide a definite regimen that they need to do throughout the day?
We give them guidelines to go through. So normally with their type of sport, going for a 20k run or anything like that, it's not suitable. So it's normally a 5k run, or they'll do sprints or intermittent training, and then we do a controlled one on a Sunday where we meet as a team in the morning, and it's turned into also kind of, they go and do their training, they do their running, bit of fitness, and then we all meet up as a gym at the local coffee place to catch up. It kind of ends the week well. So since we've brought that in, we're getting more and more people turning up, even mums and dads are turning up, and it's creating a real good gym atmosphere, and it's a nice way to finish the end of the week.
Sure, perfect. And from what we can see, that you have got a good mix of ethnic diversity here as well.
Oh, absolutely. So when we started, we pretty much, anyone is welcome to come through the door. It doesn't matter what age. There's a certain age, obviously, we can be too young, but age, ethnic background doesn't matter.
And we are here to talk about Haransh, who is the first Kiwi-Indian Sikh amateur boxer who is making a lot of noise in the boxing circuits over here. So tell us more about his journey and how you guys have shaped him up in the last 4 odd years.
So Haransh first came into the gym a few years ago now, 2018. So when he first came in here, he's one of the few kids that actually turn up and want to compete. Normally they want to get fit for rugby or whatever, but he was quite determined he wanted to compete. At the time there was a rule in place with international rule that he had to be clean shaven, which kind of put a spanner in the works. But within 6 months of him being here, they changed that ruling, and he could get a exemption, so he could box with his beard, which was great news for him, also great news for anyone else who wants to come in. Since then he's developed through local competition, and then been put into a higher level competition with the Golden Gloves, New Zealand Golden Gloves and New Zealand champs, and he's taking each level with in his stride. But last weekend the Golden Gloves really put him on the map. A lot of people were talking about him, complimenting on his skill level, on his high work rate. So he had 2 bouts last weekend, and both bouts were very good level, skillful boxers, and he beat the current New Zealand champion in the final. So he's doing really well. It's good to see him progress. He's got a high work ethic, and he's a generally happy kid and fits in with with everyone really.
Well, that's a great assessment of Haransh's skills and competence and drive, which tells a lot about your gym as well, yours and Lance's contribution, and how you are shaping young kids over here. So yeah, thanks for sharing those insights. I wish you, Lance, and all the young kids over here all the best, and keep up your good work.
Oh, excellent. Look, thanks very much for coming down to our little gym. You know, we are making champions here, inside and outside the ring, and Haransh is just a reflection of that. So it's awesome. His family's been very supportive, and so is the community. So really good. Thank you.
You keep on creating champions, and we will keep on creating stories. That's our promise. Thank you.
Excellent.
So as you can see, the story of Haransh, and from what we heard about his dad, Jasjeet, this story is a quintessential story of a new migrant in this country who come in this country with great dreams, great passion, and they have to make a lot of sacrifices to build a Kiwi dream of life. And in that struggle of building a new life in a new country, often for many of us, we have to make some hard sacrifices. And their children's dream of mixing within the Kiwi society and achieving great success gets compromised. But having said that, we have heard many stories of stupendous success achieved by young people who are in that field, and story of Haransh is one such inspiring story. So Indian Weekender will continue to find such inspiring stories within our communities and bring to you on. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching Indian Weekender.